It is a nasty day for weather in Louisiana. It is a nasty day for weather in Louisiana. I mean, my glasses, I'm gonna have to dry them before I try to drive. It stormed all night. It's nasty. North Louisiana had tornadoes, and sadly a child and a mother died, as well as some other people. Texas, Oklahoma. I'm glad we didn't have any here, but the weather is bad. So y'all pray for all these people that are suffering from the storm system. And the north has the blizzard version, and I've experienced that once in my life, in 1 year, a few times. That's a whole nother game. So I'm going to attempt to dry my glasses and go to work. I got to work early yesterday so I could go get started on stuff, and I had 2 grandkids with strep throat and have to, the pharmacy couldn't have their antibiotics ready till the next day, so went and got those. Went to the doctor myself because I didn't want strep, and if I get strep, I don't want to spread it to my parents or to Anthony. So I got some antibiotics in case that comes about. But most of my day was spent trying to figure out, oh my gosh, when you know everything's right on one side of your computer, but the old ancient program that you are using to do the other half is not, and you're about to just throw in the towel and say, this is not for me. It makes you feel stupid, like so stupid. Like, I know I'm not an idiot, and sure, I could call the company, their help desk, but I don't even know what to ask them. I mean, I know what's wrong, but I don't know where to tell them where it's at, because that's the whole problem. I mean, I like setting up a system myself if I'm going to be running something myself, and someone else prior to the last person, the last person didn't set it up. Somebody else did. And I mean, we're trying to streamline it, but you can only streamline so much of something that's already set up a certain way. So today I'm going to go in and try to figure out and pray the good Lord blesses me with some insight, because I don't understand why he hasn't blessed me yesterday with some insight, but maybe I was trying too hard in my own strengths. Lord, give me strength and wisdom. Let it all be you, because I'll give you all the credit, because I can't find it. I know that. To get this thing to work right. Because like the day before that, fine. Next day, open up, looks different. I don't understand. That don't even make no sense. Any sense. Double negatives. And it's going to be a long day. Because once I can't stay over like I did yesterday. So I have to go home, get Anthony a haircut. Somewhere get to eat in there, because I ain't bringing me no lunch. And I am not eating cookies again today. My gosh, these fat rolls. It's just sweets everywhere up in there. Hopefully I'll get some gumbo when I get home, if I have time, because I missed last Wednesday because I had things to take care of, and in my position you're not expected to miss, and that kind of it doesn't irritate me, it just puts another stress on me. It's not that I don't want to go and be there for Wednesday night service. I enjoy Wednesday night service. But at the end of the day, sometimes I've got so many other responsibilities and things that I've got to take care of, that I don't get a chance to breathe. And then if it's one of those days that Anthony works, I've got to stay ready to go pick him up. So I'm just really stressed. Like, this festive shirt is a lie. I do not feel festive whatsoever. It's just, then you got to think about presents. I mean, last year I couldn't buy my coworkers gifts. They all gave me something, and I felt Of course, I took it because that would be mean to say no, but it was humiliating because, not they were trying to humiliate me, they were being kind. But I was just financially able to just go out and buy little things for everybody. And now I've got more coworkers. So I'm trying to think of something simple yet original that I can give my coworkers to show my Christmas festive appreciation or whatever. But, you know, I'm worried about that because it looks tacky. And I know some people will think it's tacky that are in this whole setup that I'm talking about, the circle of different coworkers, if I don't have anything. When I haven't even stopped to even worry about my own kids and grandkids. I mean, I need to worry about giving them something and my parents before I need to worry about coworkers, right? But in this day and age, materialism, no matter where you work, be it a store, an office, even the place where you're supposed to learn what Christmas really is, gifts are expected to show appreciation. And that's what always brings me down. Because Christmas is about Jesus getting born and coming to save the world. Not about, oh, let me show my appreciation for you and leave you this gift or this cookie. Please don't give me any more cookies. I do appreciate them though. Here's some meaningless lip balm or meaningless, I don't know, whatever, tenements. You know, that's great if you have extra to do that. But the last few years, I have not. And yeah, that's my choice. But it's my choice, so why should I feel compelled to do it because other people are? And that's the same thing with buying Christmas gifts for underprivileged children. I get that. When I lived in Maine, I was on the receiving end of that because I was the only one making any money, and it wasn't much while we were there during Christmas. But at this point in life, I don't have money to buy other people's kids gifts. I'm trying to figure out what little $10 or $20 I'm going to give mine or my grandkids. So that always makes me feel, when they bring that up and they start, oh yeah, we're going to do this and blah, blah. I can't. And it's embarrassing, and I feel bad. It makes me feel bad. Now, I choose to let it make me feel bad. I guess I do. And this sounds like a rant or something against charity, and it's not. But not all of us have the ability to give out of extra. And that's the problem. When that stuff starts, I don't even want to go where the stuff leads to. I got put in a position where we're going to wrap all these, and after lunch, blah, blah, blah. I just pretended I didn't hear because, yeah, I could have helped wrap, but it feels kind of lame. Okay, number one, I stink at wrapping. Don't ever ask me to wrap anything. It will look like it got played soccer with after it fell out of a UPS truck. It's just how it is. My spatial abilities, my Erlen's stuff. If you look up IRLENS, Erlen syndrome, and you'll realize what I'm talking about. I run into doorways on my shoulders because it's just the spatial thing. But anyhow, I digress. I didn't purchase anything because I couldn't afford to. So I'm not going to go and wrap them because it just feels lame. And I'm like, that's what stresses me about this time of year. There's other things pulling on the outside that just the things I need to work, my own family, like I'm not even thinking about. I've got kids that are struggling with certain things. I've got a granddaughter that I can't see because she lives so far away. And that just breaks my heart. And they need help right now because they're going through some trouble, but I can't afford to help them. All I can do is pay her portion of my cell phone bill that she's on. And I got people around me talking about gifts for underprivileged kids when I've got underprivileged grandkid. But I'm not going to tell them that because that's embarrassing. And nobody wants to hear that. I hate when people say, how you doing? And you really need to talk, and you talk to them. And they kind of cut you off and jump into somebody else's conversation because they really don't want to hear it. Either they feel uncomfortable, or they don't know what to say, or they're thinking something about you where you're so lame you can't take care of whatever. I don't know. So that's why I don't like to talk. And when people start saying, well, you know, you should feel comfortable to be able to talk about your problems to whoever, blah, 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 blah. That's why I don't. Yesterday, I vented a little about some things that bothered me, and the person totally changed the subject. And if I said who this person was, it wasn't because I needed them to fix the problem. I didn't expect them to. I just needed them to listen. They did make one suggestion when I said that would never work because of the situation. It just totally changed gears. And that's such a... And I know... I can't even say because I don't want to give it away. So I'm just stressing today on this nasty, rainy weather day. Trying to figure out... Because basically it would cost me about $50 to $100 to buy random gifts for coworkers. Who's more important to me? My family? My bills? Or trying to save face? I kind of hope I catch strep throat in the next couple of days and I don't have to worry about it. But anyway, enough of my rant. I'm not trying to make you feel sorry for me. There are lots of people like me out there. Lots. I just put on a good face and makeup and it just appears. And I know how to have a little style or put together colors or whatever. So I don't appear as the normal person that would have these kind of problems. But there's lots of us out there. We fake it till we make it. That's why I'm all not for all this toys and all this extra BS and Santa Claus, because that's not even what Christmas is. That's the material world, the world, hello, telling you what Christmas is supposed to be. And it's not.